Have you ever smiled but felt nothing? Like your face is doing happy mode, but your heart is quietly whispering, "Buddy, we're not okay." It's that weird moment when happiness feels fake. Not because you want to pretend, but because the feeling just isn't matching the expression. Maybe someone asks, "How are you?" And you say, "I'm good." But inside, you're like, "Sir, I am hanging by one emotional thread." If you know this feeling, you're not alone. And no, you're not dramatic, you're not attention seeking, you're not too sensitive, you're human. Today, let's talk about why happiness sometimes feels fake, why your smile sometimes feels like a mask, and why that doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. Let's start with the big one: emotional burnout. You ever get so tired, not physically, but emotionally, that even good things don't feel good anymore? Someone gives you good news, and you're like, "Oh, nice." But inside, it feels like someone just handed you a slice of bread, plain, dry, tasteless. When your mind is exhausted, your feelings go into airplane mode. Everything still works, but nothing loads properly. You're not broken, you're tired. Another huge reason happiness feels fake is you're forcing it. You know when people say, "Stay positive, smile more, think happy thoughts." Like, bro, I'm not a Disney character. I can't magically sing away my problems. When you try to force happiness because you should feel happy, you end up faking it instead. Real happiness doesn't come from pressure. It comes from peace. And peace comes from honesty. Here's a deeper one. You don't feel safe to be real. Maybe you're the strong one in the family, the responsible one in the relationship, the always positive friend. So you hide your sadness because you don't want to worry people, or because you don't think anyone will understand, or because you're tired of explaining how you feel. So you smile, you laugh, you joke, you act fine, even when you're not. And slowly, the fake happiness becomes a habit, not because you're fake, but because you're protecting yourself. Let's talk about a sneaky reason. Your goalposts moved. Sometimes you finally get something you wanted, a job, a relationship, a milestone, and instead of pure happiness, you feel empty. Why? Because your brain immediately says, "Okay, next." You don't even get a chance to enjoy the win. It's like beating a level in a game and the next level loads instantly. No victory dance, no fireworks, just stress. When you never stop to feel proud, happiness starts to feel hollow. Another reason: you're disconnected from yourself. If you're constantly busy, distracted, stressed, or rushing, you don't have time to check in with your actual emotions. It's like your heart is texting you long messages and your brain keeps replying with a thumbs up emoji. Fake happiness is often just real feelings being ignored. Let's get relatable for a second. Comparison kills happiness faster than anything. You ever feel good until you go on Instagram? You're like, "Life is fine." Then you see someone your age buying a house, traveling to Italy, driving a luxury car, starting a business, getting engaged, eating avocado toast, and suddenly you question your entire existence. Comparison doesn't just make you feel bad, it makes your happiness feel undeserved. Here's a surprising one. Your nervous system is still in survival mode. If you've been through stress, loss, heartbreak, pressure, or trauma, your body learns to stay alert. So when something good happens, instead of relaxing, your mind goes, wait, this feels suspicious. Is this happiness? Or is this the intro to pain? Your brain doesn't trust good things yet, so happiness feels unfamiliar, even fake. But here's the twist. Fake happiness isn't always a bad sign. Sometimes it means you're healing. Sometimes it means you're transitioning. Sometimes it means your emotions are catching up slowly. Think of it like this. Your smile is on step 4. Your heart is on step 1, and they're trying to meet somewhere in the middle. Your happiness isn't fake. It's just delayed. So what do you do when happiness feels fake? You slow down. You stop pretending. You allow yourself to feel what you actually feel, even if it's nothing. You take breaks. You talk to someone you trust. You stop forcing joy like it's homework. And most importantly, you let happiness come naturally, in small moments, in tiny waves, without pressure. Because real happiness doesn't shout. It whispers. It shows up in simple things. A peaceful moment, a good laugh, a warm hug, a deep breath, a small achievement, a conversation that feels real. Fake happiness doesn't mean you're failing at life. It means you're human, navigating feelings, healing through things, learning yourself again. And sometimes the smile may feel fake, but the hope behind it is real. If this made you feel seen, give the video a like, drop a comment, and hit subscribe. You deserve real happiness. And trust me,